Alright, so we have a 05 600RR or CBR 600RR that's having a rattling noise at high RPMs or on idle about, so when you're idling about 1,000-ish. When you rev it up about 5, 6, just something thousand RPMs, it'll rattle. And also when you're riding down the road, you give it a good high RPM rev and then come back down, just rattling again. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this guy right here, our timing chain tensioner. It's OEM, so it's oil driven. They're not known to go out, but always replace them with a manual if you're having problems, and they're very, very easy to go and work with. OEM's about $100-something, go with a manual one. In this case, it's oil fed, so you want to have this part right here, this little gasket right here. Let's see, let's get it out. This little gasket, you'll see on the OEM one, there's a little hole right here. That little hole allows oil to come in to there and push it. It's going to pull out, swap it out, and then we're going to kind of tune it up and make sure it's all good to go. So start with taking off these fairings, and then we're going to have this guy down here. Take off, be easy not to break any fittings or any of these little clips, and you can get access to both of these screws right here. So we're going to pull the universal Allen wrench, which should be right here, and just pop it loose. Might need a little cheater. Stick it in there. Just pop it loose. Same thing on the lower, and you can go along and just finger them out, essentially. Now these things have a spring in them, just to kind of assist with the pressure. So as you loosen this out, it is going to come out with it. So easiest way to do it, found two, is just push on it and you can pull it on out. The way you can test it to see if it's still good is you can press down on it and it should not compress at all, which means it's good. Good or bad. If you can compress it, it's bad. If not, then it tends to be good generally. But also, so two things could be wrong with this bike. One, that could just be it's not enough pressure, or it's just slowly going out, which could be why we're hearing that sound. Or the actual timing chain guides are wore out inside the engine. The only thing is that this engine has 9,500 miles on it, factory. So it is a very, very low mile engine. So it's not a huge possibility, but anything's possible. It can get clogged up, and that's what feeds oil in here. So this could just be dirty and not allowing oil to go through. But we don't know that, so we're just going to change it over to a manual tensioner. Get your gasket, plop it on right here, and then it goes the same way. This way, you can see that little bitty oil port right there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to shove it all up in there, like so. Just enough to kind of hold it in there. And then get the bolt in there, make sure we push it through the gasket. Just kind of hand tighten in for now. Start those threads. Same for the bottom. If you can get to it, just kind of hand start them. Get it on in there. So this is the thing, is that there's not really enough room to put a drill or a little 90-degree bit holder is what I call them. They go on a drill in this little 90-degree thing that holds a bit. Not really a lot of room right here for these tensioners. It's on almost any bike, R6s, CBR, 1000s, 600s, just because you got the frame right here in the way. So this one normally you can get a really long Allen wrench and stick it in there, but normally you just have to kind of finesse it and go easy with it. But going to kind of get it screwed in evenly. Hands on. This top one. Torque spec for this thing is just snug. I mean, you want to have them tight, but you don't want to have it over tightened. I left this thing right here loose, the actual tensioner side of things, so like we can free spin this left and right, just so we're not, like I said, so we're not pulling against that chain to possibly over tighten it or stretch the chain. Yeah, so that one's good. Go back down to this one. Little bitty Husky wrenches. Little 5/16 is what this guy is right here. So I'm going to loosen this big nut out. A little bit of pressure, that means we are on the timing chain. It's probably going to be a little ways in. Let's see if I can get this guy in. So it just stops. We're going to back off just a little bit. And we're going to fire this up and kind of listen by ear. Not here, you'll feel it. But it's getting way too tight. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. It's not super loud, and it is fixed. But so let's get a thing full channel locks. Not channel locks. These guys right here. So you want to tighten and hold it at the same time. Just a little bit. Just enough to be really careful with these things so they don't slip. Crescent wrench, this is what I was looking at. No, it's just kind of the reverse of what we're doing. Put these guys back on. Find that little hole. You'll feel it. Oh, pop. Then Alright, now what we'll do is we'll run it up the road, see how it is, and see how it sounds. And then hopefully that fixes it. If not, we'll come back and just retighten it. But that's essentially how you change over a OEM tensioner to a manual tensioner. And that's essentially for CBR600s, 1000s, R6s, any kind of modern sport bike. Same way with this one. Oh, it's hidden. This is a 92 600RR or 600. Chain tensioner is right there, and it is the same layout as that. But that should do it, and then what I'll do is I'll catch you on the next one.